Today we do have Miss Sabrina Morris on today, so I have a few questions for you if you don't mind.
Okay.
Alrighty, as the operator of the House of Hope, I'd like to ask you a couple of these questions. The first one, was it always your goal to provide services for the less fortunate?
Yes, it's always been my goal to help in any way. Along the way, I realized that one of my strong areas was listening, counseling, and having the ability to reach out to the less fortunate. And that's how House of Hope was started. And this is where we are today. We're at a location today. One of the locations, we have many locations around the county that provide housing, food, clothing for those that are in need, as well as counseling. Counseling is our strong area because we realize without hope, it's hard for you to set goals and to reach those goals.
Okay, that is amazing. All right, my next question is, how did you get to where you are today?
How did I get to where I am? I would always say having heart. It would always pain me to see those that were in need and without. And I wanted to find a way to be able to provide. So I began to do a little research while I was attending college, first at Valencia for 2 years studying psychology, and then going on to UCF to complete my bachelor's degree in psychology. And always wanting to help, and I knew that counseling was a way of helping because it seemed to be lacking with people, and people have always been leery when it comes to counseling. But it's a strong tool that's needed in order to regain help and to maintain hope to go on in life, to fulfill your goals and your dreams that you have in life. So my journey really started with Valencia College and the resources that they offer, and just being on campus overall.
Okay, so that's how you got to where you are today. Alrighty, was there a degree or training needed for what you're doing at the moment, and was it feasible for you? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, well, the training is constant. Rules and regulations are always changing, not just for the career and counseling, but for the housing in general, to house those that are in need. So in order to stay abreast of that, you're always attending workshops, seminars to stay abreast of it. Like I mentioned before, my degree in psychology and counseling is really a plus in understanding others and being empathetic to their needs also. So in completing the years that I did at Valencia and taking advantage of their resources, as well as going on to UCF and completing my degree there, and have an opportunity to intern and connect with others in the profession also.
You did mention empathy, and I couldn't agree more, because to do what you're doing, you definitely need a lot of empathy. People become numb when you do nonprofit organizations and things like the way you do.
That's true.
So that's admirable.
Empathy is huge.
It is. Alrighty. My next question is, what are the details of what exactly you do?
What do I do from day to day? Well, I'm not the only one that's here. There's several people that keep everything going within the operation of the day. There is an application process for those that are in need. As long as we have room available at one of the facilities, we would take them in. It's first come, first serve, of course, and we try and expedite the paperwork so that we can accommodate as many people as we can, especially when kids are involved.
Yeah.
We are huge on trying to keep the families together, and one of the greater tools that we offer is the family counseling. We do individual counseling as well as family counseling.
That's amazing.
In order to strengthen the family, so once they go to the next phase, which is away from here into their own environment, they have tools to use in order to remain close and to make sure that they're not in the same predicament again anytime soon or ever again.
That's amazing. And you did mention families. It is first come, first serve, but do you guys ever make any exceptions? You know,
There are exceptions because there many times there are extreme situations,
Right.
that come up,
Right.
and we connect with the local police department and other organizations, and they have 24-hour access to us, and whatever's needed, we're there. And if we can't provide whatever's needed at the time, we're yet connected also to other resources to make sure that the families are okay.
Alrighty, that is amazing. Alrighty, and my last question is, do you have any advice for anyone else out there aspiring to do what you're doing at the moment?
I would say do all you can to, as I mentioned before, heart is very important because you have to have great empathy and compassion to
Right.
do what we do, to not be judgmental at all, but to put the families and the people first and have a very disciplined life. School itself for me in the very beginning was very, very challenging, but along the way, I did learn, and as I was learning, I was able to prioritize things as needed so that I can complete the schooling and the training that's needed in order to do what I do with providing the housing for the people in the community. So have heart and know yourself, your strength and your weaknesses, and that's one of the things that Valencia College helped me with also, especially being a part of the student services courses was my strength and my weaknesses, and I would say that.
Alrighty, awesome. Well, we have Miss Sabrina Morris, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you so much for this interview on today.
Thank you.